Hey, it's Rick Hyland with Continuous Improvement for Life. Welcome to another podcast and video. Very exciting topic today. Don't you love it that most turned on, switched on orgs are trying to get both bottom line results and develop a positive culture? I'm working with three such clients. They're actually putting their money where their mouth is and putting a lot of effort into doing both. I'm going to talk primarily today about how to drive that employee engagement, positive culture part. But Gary Leonard and his team at Doer Performance Apparel are doing a great job at trying through the KPI and accountability process, et cetera, drive bottom line results, and then doing cultural surveys and training and development around the habits they want to drive their values. Peter Rosenthal at Seaboard Energy, who develops biodiesel product, renewable products. They're doing a great job at both. They just finished a great employee survey and to benchmark where they're at on being the most, what is their ultimate lagging indicator? The best place people have ever worked for. What a noble aspiration while trying to drive improved bottom line results. Love it, love it, love it. And Blair Walker and the Cypress team that runs fast casual, over 80 fast casual restaurants in Canada and the Western US, trying to do the same thing. KPI development, high accountability with training development, cultural development. I love it. And shout out to those three orgs that are trying to do both very well. Not just grind for bottom line results and grind the people out, but trying to do both. Great place to work and bottom line results. Great aspirational. So today we're going to talk about how to do that. And I'm going to take it mostly from the culture and employee engagement. We've talked lots about in previous podcasts and videos about the accountability side and KPIs. So I'm going to talk more. So let's approach it from an HR side. Often when we're developing KPIs, ops are easy to develop KPIs for. Sales are easy to develop. It's some of the admin and other areas that are a little more difficult. So HR, you pop into your Copilot, your AI generator, and you can see lots of lists of metrics what HR should track. Here's my top two to drive a better culture and performance improvement or employee engagement. One is retention, and two is these employee engagement surveys. So let's talk about retention first of all. 100% is not the goal. If you've got 100% retention, either you have an amazing incentive system and a fail-safe hiring program, but most likely you're low on accountability. You're running a country club. You're not really holding people to commitments. But if you've got 80% retention, depends on industry, of course, these percentages, please keep that in mind. If you've got 80% or below, you're probably too high on accountability. You're grinding. You're hard on people. And that's not a great place to work. We want to do both, bottom line results and a great place to work. So probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 90%. Have your HR team track that metric. It is a wonderful tell. And then develop action plans if you're too low or too high to how to improve. And of course, a KPI monthly business review adds accountability right away. And I actually have experienced you do lose a person or two. You got to do it right. You got to make it positive. But some people can't handle accountability. I don't want those people on the team. I want people that can handle high accountability, responsibility, and psychological safety. So second one, and that's where I'm going to spend most of my time here today. How do you do? Second one I'd have HR track is this employee engagement survey, or let's call it a cultural survey. 20, 25 questions, 1 to 5 scale. In areas, there's some, you can Google this or AI chat this, but you want to ask around communication, leadership, comp, training, recognition. How do we follow our values? Teamwork, perhaps, is another category. Ask 3 or 4 questions under each one, and you're going to get a really good survey that's going to show you in baseline 1 to 5, get a score, but also ask those open-ended questions, of course, of what's the biggest strengths of the org and what's the biggest areas of opportunity. I love what one of Peter Rosenthal and Seaboard Energy's questions is, and it's actually one of their strategic goals is they want to get, I think it's to 75% of the people say, this is the best place I've ever worked. Wow. I want to get bottom line results and have 75% of the people say this is the best place I've ever worked. Is that inspiring? Yes or yes? So don't make it bigger than Ben-Hur. Get good 25 questions, 1 to 5 scale, get your score, develop some action plans from it, go back to your town hall, tell people what you're doing about it. But I'll give you the hacks. I'll give you the tips. The 3 things, 35 years of doing this, always come up that we can do better to enhance that employee engagement score and impact bottom line results. That's the beauty of it. 3 things. Number 1, more positive recognition. Train your leaders to be great at catching people doing things right, not just wrong. Right? I've told that Jack Welch story before on these podcasts, and of going to a lunch with him and Stephen R. Covey in the 90s, 2 of my heroes at the time for various reasons. And somebody at this lunch and learn asked Jack Welch, well, how do you do it? How do you get Six Sigma? And how do you get all these strategic initiatives going to get these kind of outstanding results? If you remember, in the manufacturing sectors at those time, they were the Amazon at the time. I know that sounds weird. They're not a tech company, but they were the outperformers of the market at the time. How do you get this? Jack Welch, very simply and wryly, said, I just shine a light on what I want. I give lots of positive recognition to what I want, tangible and intangible. And let me make another encouragement here. Don't just train and encourage your leaders to do it. Make it systematic. Put it on the agenda after your safety and values moment. Have a recognition moment, and not just from leaders, although they can start it. Encourage peer-to-peer recognition. Sometimes that's even more powerful. If you can do that, create this vibe in every meeting, weekly, monthly, quarterly. You've got this peer-to-peer, leader-to-peer employee recognition moment. And it's got to be specific around a value, around safety, around performance. Oh my goodness, what a vibe, what a turnaround in culture that creates. If you could just do that one thing. So don't just train and encourage, also build some systems in it, put it in the agendas, and putting a little planning and purpose behind it. And you can have fun, you can have a monthly award. I've had clients ring a gong and they get a gift certificate. Clients play the same pump up song every time when the 3 people that won the award for the quarter of the month, right? But weekly, it doesn't have to be tangible. Just put it on the agenda. Make your positive recognition systematic. Watch your culture scores go up. Second idea, listen, listen, listen. Oh, Rick, that's such a soft skill. How important is that? I'm a hard driving business person. Well, let me share you both sides of it. Not only does good strategic listening, good open-ended curiosity questions with no judgment, not only does it validate the individual and help them feel heard, appreciated, which is going to drive up your employee culture score, but also gets you to better decision-making. Remember Ray Dalio at Bridgewater and the exhaustive system he talks about. Google that if you don't know the example I'm talking about. Exhaustive system he puts out to make sure every decision is stress tested. You got to have thick skin in that organization because you're going to get challenged, debated to make sure that the next big strategic initiative has been stress tested, listened, grabbed. I mean, there's another part of that, critical thinking and critical, you want candor in your organization. But that's a lesson for another time. But listening to understand, it's a double win. Not only does the individual feel heard and validated, increase your scores, but you get to better decision-making, increase your bottom line, improve your bottom line. Talk about a win-win skill. Tom Peters, remember the Search for Excellence author, the ex-McKinsey guy, strategic consultant. He does a great 5-minute video on listening. And he says, when I get to run my MBA school, the first course, the most important, going to be strategy. Nope. It's going to be marketing and sales and marketing. Nope. It's going to be financial. Nope. It's going to be listening. What lawyer, doctor, optometrist, business person won't be better at solutions if they improve their listening? Do you want to go into your doctor that's not a great listener? and just prescribe you something generic or something that was not going to help. No, you want your professional to be an excellent listener so they can tailor their solution to you. Same thing in business. Improve the amount of listening you do as leaders. It's a hard skill and a soft skill. It'll help your results and your culture. 2 big hacks that you can improve your scores really quick if you institutionalize and systemize and train around that. Number 3, always training and development, coaching, training, online, face-to-face, live sessions, travel if you've got the budget for it. But people crave training and development. You could have medium, middle of the line comp packages. You put a nice incentive on top of that, and you put training and development with recognition and listening, and you've got an awesome place to work. You don't have to necessarily pay top dollar, depending on industry, of course. But you put these 3 things in place: better training and coaching, better listening for better decisions, and honoring people, and better positive recognition. You're going to change your cultural scores and improve your bottom line results. So big shout out to every leader, every organization, every department that's trying to do both. You will. One does help the other, right? Winning, getting bottom line results helps culture, and improving these skills around your culture and a great place to work improves bottom line results. Hey, continuous improvement for life. Cheers for now.